Yeah, this is Maggie. I'm with EXP, and I probably had maybe two probate type bills or estate deals in the last 8 years. So it's not an area I'm very familiar with, but it's an area I'd love to get more engaged in and make that more my focus point. So just I mean, I understand that I can go to the courthouse and find out information. I can buy leads. What's your recommendation for getting started and getting yourself out there?
So just quick to clarify, you're already an agent. You've been in business for how long?
9 years.
And you do this full time?
Yes.
Okay. So my advice always for agents like you is the opposite you're going to get when you go to the company that's selling you data or selling you printed material, which is you already know how to sell real estate.
Okay.
And not only that, you already have clients who are going into probate. They're just not calling you. They're calling their attorney, and the attorney refers them to somebody else, or somebody else approaches them as a probate and they call them instead of you, and then they do business with them and you lose the business. It's slipping through your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And so an agent like you, if you've been in business, that long, you should have a database of 200 to 300 people minimum of people that like, and trust, and know, like, and trust you. I used to be Keller Williams. We call that our METs, or your COI, or your SOI. You're the XP like I am. They should all be in your KV core: name, address, phone number, email, social media connections. So you already have that. It's already generating some business for you. You can leverage that $1 million asset. And this is for all the realtors who are full-time. You're selling houses. You want to add probate to your business. Don't buy a list of probate leads, strangers, and cold call them unless you enjoy doing that. If you're a cold caller, if you're a Mike Ferry agent and your business is calling expireds every day, you want to have probates instead, great. But if you're not, 90% are not ever going to make those phone calls. Then what you want to do is make sure your database is tight, and then you want to share with them content of value that points to you as the expert for probate and or avoiding probate. So you should be interviewing estate planning attorneys. You should be talking about wills and trusts and those ways that you hold title in your local state to avoid probate. You should talk about probate and what it's like if somebody's in the situation. Maybe interview a local probate attorney or find content related to those topics. Share that in your social media. Share that in your weekly email to your client database. Over time, because every realtor says to me, gosh, I don't know what to email out every week. I don't know what to record a video about every week. Well, how about that? Yeah. Or how about that once every month and you do the other things every other week? So I would say to you, put a strategy to introduce your current database to the concepts of both what happens when you're in probate, how to solve those problems, and then how to avoid probate, estate planning, and wills and such. And if you do that, you'll generate more business than you ever will cold calling, unless you're a cold caller. Does it help a little bit?
That helps a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah, because I don't like cold calling. I absolutely don't like it. And I've purchased leads, and they haven't been really the best.
Right.
So.
And again, if you're a cold caller, those leads are great. You dial them, some answer. I literally hung up with the phone before this call with a friend of mine who was a Mike Ferry cold calling, expired listing, or sell by owner expert. And he made a good living at that. And he moved to probate, cold calling attorneys and families, and he makes more money. Great. That's what he does. He cold calls 3 or 4 hours a day on the phone, headset, dialer, grinds it out every day, loves it. Good for him. That's not you. You're not going to do it. So I would say don't buy the data for the idea that you're not going to call them, but I would really get together a content strategy on creating value for your current customers and positioning yourself as an expert. What's an expert? You know a little more than them, and you can share it with them effectively. One great source for content, trustandwill.com, on how to avoid probate, trustandwill.com.
Okay.
And hopefully you can look at my website or YouTube for some other ideas on that, okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
My pleasure.